in studio, one of the funniest guys. Hey.
Hi.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes, that's right.
The Fluffy movie coming out July 11th.
That's right. 7-Eleven, people. 7-Eleven.
Oh, there you go. Do you want me to call you Fluffy?
That's cool. Yeah, just don't call me George.
Okay.
We'll be okay.
No worries. So, Fluffy, lot going on. I mean, last time I talked to you, you were in studio for Haunted House 2. That was nuts.
Yes. Nuts is an understatement. Don't you have a link to that video
so
people can check it out?
B96.com/what videos? Yeah. So you can check it out there. It's one of the crazier things that's really ever happened at B96.
Yeah, and I was here for it. So fortunately, we left the kids at home this time.
Good. Well, so now I get to actually talk to you this time. So this is good. So the new movie, the Fluffy movie, this is like your big show, just like all in one.
It's all about me, finally,
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have a few people to thank for this one. I can actually thank comedian Kevin Hart, because if he did not have the success he had with his previous stand-up comedy films, Hollywood would not have taken a chance on my fluffy self. So
Really?
The reason
this?
I know this for a fact. They approached me. They said, "Listen, we've studied all the numbers that Kevin Hart's done. We saw that he made his film for about 2-3 million, and it grossed, whatever it grossed, which was in the millions, and he did 2 of them. So they says, would you be interested?" And before they could even finish the sentence, I'm like, "I'm all over it. Just tell me when and where. I'll be there."
Yeah.
And I had just shot a special, so I mean, I had to turn this new one around pretty fast.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I could thank Kevin Hart for that one.
Well, look at that. And, he, I think, is going to be in town tomorrow. Or maybe
Yeah, he's all over the place. I might as well do this for Kevin right now. Go see Think Like a Man 2 in theaters. Go check him out. He's got about 10 other movies coming out. The man works hard. He works hard.
Yeah.
I don't think he even takes a breath. He just goes from one project to the next, to the next, to the next.
And he has to take small steps, too. So it's even...
Small steps. Get it? Go, Kevin.
And so this movie, I mean, for those who are fans of your comedy, they're going to love this movie.
Yeah, because it's not only is it a concert film, but the stuff that I'm talking about in this movie is really deep. I mean, I get into the whole issue of why I had to lose 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I get into the whole thing about my son, who's been in my life for about 11 years now, and then his dad came back into the picture. I talk about how my dad came back into the picture after 30 years. I mean, there's all kinds of drama in this one. There's a lot of stuff.
Is this a drama or a comedy?
It's a comedy, believe me. But by the end, you're going to see there's a nice little surprise at the end, and it's really cool. I get to also tell the story about my mom and dad and how they met. There's an actual mini film that happens at the beginning to set it off. So yeah,
losing 100 pounds.
Yeah, tell me about it. I know you're looking at me like, wow, how big were you?
No,
he's huge. This guy's amazing.
That's not what I was saying. That's amazing. I mean, what a feat.
I maxed out at 445, and I'm a little under, right around 330.
Good for you.
So yeah, I still got a ways to go, but it's.
How did you do it?
Crack. No.
Oh wow, kids. Yeah.
No. No. Okay. And by the way, the movie is kid friendly.
Right.
That's just a bad joke.
Okay.
No, I was doing yoga for a while. I did a low carb diet, and I just basically stopped eating all the cakes that people were bringing me. My fans were killing me.
The cakes, right? We get it here a lot. The cupcakes, the popcorn. We get Garrett's popcorn. It's so good.
So I mean, but I'm not getting any younger. And if I wanted to see 40, I had to do something. So that's what's going on.
Well, and speaking of food, real quick, I want to mention this while you're here. The Wiener Circle, you're going to be there tonight?
Yes, I'm doing a Fluffy Fan Appreciation Day, and I'm going to treat the first 100 fans that show up to the Wiener Circle tonight at 5 o'clock to a hot dog.
Have you been to the Wiener Circle before?
I've seen it on TV, and I'm mentally and emotionally preparing myself for what they're going to tell me when I get there. But yes, I have.
Order the chocolate shake.
No. No, I am not going to order.
Why not?
I'm not going to order. No. That's not Portillo's. That's you don't get a cake in a cup there. You get something else.
Well, last time I was there, my boyfriend at the time, that's what he ordered, and it was quite a surprise. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. No. I know exactly what you get when you order a chocolate shake.
There you go.
There at the Wiener Circle.
Yeah. Right. So I always wonder with comedians, when you're doing stand-up stuff and you're working on your material, how do you practice? Do you, because I always wonder, do you practice in front of family? Do you test out jokes? Do you put like stuffed animals on a bed?
That's cute. No, actually, I can't. I don't know if it's funny until I try it out in front of an audience. So it's very pointless for me to try it off stage because I just don't know.
Really?
I'll throw 100 things out there, and whatever makes the people laugh, I'll remember that, and then I'll just apply that to the next show. So it's all trial and error.
Ooh, that's scary,
so believe me, it is, but it makes it fun for me because you don't know what's going to happen, and that's what keeps it exciting. But everything that I say on stage, it's something that happened spontaneously at one point, and I just remembered it and did it again.
And so then you, for those who don't remember, you were on, what was it, the 4th season of Last Comic Standing?
Wow, yeah, that was about 8 years ago. Season 4 of Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
I made history being the first Mexican ever deported off television. I got disqualified for sneaking in a cell phone.
BlackBerry, right?
Yeah, that tells you how long ago that was.
Right,
I had a
the
BlackBerry.
Yeah.
That's when it was.
Were you just kicking yourself? Were you just like?
You know what? At the time I was, but I'm still with the same girl I was texting way back then, so I guess
kidding.
it worked out.
Really? So it was all worth it in the end?
It was all worth it in the end. And then, of course, here's the thing, too, is like with reality shows, the winner never goes on to do anything else except for that. It's always, the winner has a little run, and then the people that get disqualified or eliminated or just, they didn't make it, those are the ones that have, they're the ones with the careers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It worked out.
It did. It worked out. So when you take a step back and sort of look at your life after something like that, are you just sort of like, I'm in a dream world here?
It's very much, it's very surreal. And don't get me wrong, I've had, ups and downs and moments that I'm like, oh man, I could be in such a different place if I would have just done this instead of that. And, now I'm just like, any opportunity that comes my way, I try to take advantage of it instead of just being lazy like I used to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's tough because I've missed some pretty good opportunities.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to share one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just recently started getting into voiceover work, which is cool. I love voiceover work. I got to do a movie called Planes last year, and I have a movie coming out at the end of the year called Book of Life, directed by Guillermo del Toro. I had gotten an opportunity to do a audition for this film, right, voiceover, and the same week that they were going to film it, my manager says, look, you just got this offer to do El Paso, Texas. They're going to pay you some stupid amount of money. Yeah, this film, it doesn't look like it's going to do anything. It's a small part. They're going to pay a percentage. They're not even going to pay you real money. It's a back-end deal, so it has to make so much in order for you to see anything. And I was like, okay, whatever you say. And so I went to El Paso, did my thing, got my quick money, and got out of there. And about a year later, this movie came out, and it's a movie called Happy Feet, and it was for the lead. And yeah. And then they made a sequel. And so, I was just like, every time I hear Happy Feet, I'm like, no.
But you know what? That all happens for a reason, right?
It does. I mean, it opened my eyes, and I'm like, you know what, man? It just, I should have.
So when Pharrell's Happy comes on, are you just like, shoot me now?
Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one right there.
Yeah. So do you think nowadays being a comedian, is it harder or easier with YouTube and social media and things going viral, or is it harder because now there's so many people out there, Last Comic Standing, that you sort of have to work that much harder to get yourself noticed?
I think it's more in the benefit than it's more positive than negative, definitely, because it's like you have so many different ways of promoting yourself, and you don't have to rely on a television network to get you out there. You don't have to rely on getting on morning news or even on radio and stuff, because you can do your own thing with YouTube. Most of my promo happens with me sending a blast through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is the reason why I have the international business. Because I can't do that with radio, and I can't do that with Comedy Central.
Right.
So YouTube definitely is the reason why I'm where I'm at.
Yeah. And I when you were just saying actually about missing out on opportunities and things, I just thought it was Dave Chappelle, by the way, who just said that. Remember, I don't know if you saw his whole thing.
The whole thing on Letterman.
And he said, I'm 7 years late for work, and he left $50 million and all that. I hope you didn't leave $50 million.
I didn't leave $50 million on the table, but I understand. And that's one of those things in this business where so much gets thrown at you that you got to struggle to keep your sanity and try to stay grounded without letting this thing just take full control. And that's why it gets a little hard. And I understand where Dave's coming from with that part. But the money part he missed out on. But I mean, if you take him back to that same moment, he probably would have made the same decision.
Right. Do you look up to guys like Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, or who are some of the guys that?
Absolutely. And for me, comics that make me laugh are guys that do things that I don't do. So I like real political humor. I like comics that get really, really dirty, and I like comics that just that have a different a way of presenting themselves. Like, for example, Jeff Dunham. I like the whole thing with him being a ventriloquist. Some people don't like it. I dig it because it's not what I do. And so.
How many Hawaiian shirts do you have, by the way?
Ooh, over 700.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Where do you keep all of them?
Well, I did used to keep them all in my walk-in closet, and my girlfriend and I, we used to kind of share it. It was mostly mine. And one night, the closet actually broke from the weight of all the Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Where do you buy it? Or do you just, when you see a nice one you like, you just
Most of the shirts are custom made. I got a couple guys
okay.
that make shirts for me because you know what? Even if you go and buy them, when you're a big guy, there's always like, okay, it fits really good in the shoulders, but man, I couldn't button that last one on the bottom. So I got a guy that that does this stuff for me, which is cool.
He's working hard, huh? $700.
Yeah, no, I mean, and there's shirts that I've collected over the years too. So I mean, there's sizes from XL all the way to 6X, which was when I maxed out at my biggest.
Okay.
So now I rock a 3X. So it's funny.
Good. Well, okay. So the Fluffy movie again in theaters July 11th. Want to end us off with a joke?
7-Eleven, people. 7-Eleven. We're trying to get 7-Eleven to freaking sponsor this thing because it comes out that day.
No.
And they're like, well, sorry, but the Apes movie kind of got you beat right there.
Oh, that I saw.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm going up against monkeys. I'm going up against Transformers. I'm going up against the Star movie with the girl that got sick and that's real sad.
And
yeah. Oh, I don't want to go see it because I know I'm gonna start bawling.
Me too. I haven't
just
seen it
the
yet
trailer gets me like, oh my god.
Me too. I know. I haven't seen it yet either.
So yeah, I got some competition to go up against, but if you want to save your money on the Transformers one, I'll let you know how that ends now. The monkey movie, they flip the cars and they kill the people, and Fluffy movie makes everybody happy in the end.
Yay!
It's gonna be a good time.
There you go. You're the best, Fluffy. Thank you.
Big shout out to Marlon Wayans. Thank you for bringing me here the first time. That's why they brought me back the second time. Bye.
Yes.